Daily Thoughts, Monday, the 9th of February 2026. What do you usually have for breakfast? I do not usually have breakfast on a regular basis because I find that my body does not require a large amount of energy immediately after waking up. On the rare occasions when I do decide to eat something in the morning, it'll typically be something very light and natural, such as fresh fruit or vegetables, or perhaps a glass of juice. I find that these options provide a gentle start to the day without making me feel overly full or sluggish as I begin my daily routine. However, I'm not at all a picky eater, so when I'm actually offered something to eat by someone else, I usually accept the offer regardless of what it is. This could be anything from a simple sandwich or a wrap to a more substantial and proper meal depending on the situation. The primary reason I do not usually eat breakfast is simply that I do not feel particularly hungry during the early hours of the morning. My appetite tends to wake up much later in the day, so I prefer to keep my stomach empty or just drink some tea or water until I genuinely feel a sense of hunger. I have found that this approach allows me to feel more alert and focused during my morning tasks, especially when I'm concentrating on my English studies. There was a period of time in the past when I used to eat one apple in the morning specifically, when I felt slightly hungry before starting my day. I enjoyed the crisp texture and the natural sweetness of the fruit, which provided just enough energy to keep me going until lunch. In recent months, however, my habits have changed once again, and I now prefer to stick to liquids until the middle of the day. I find that drinking a warm cup of tea or a cold glass of water is quite refreshing and helps to hydrate my body after a night of sleep. By waiting until lunchtime to have my first meal, I feel that I enjoy my food much more because I'm eating out of true hunger rather than just out of habit. This flexible approach to my morning routine works well for me as it allows me to listen to my body and eat only when I feel it is necessary. In the future, I might experiment with different breakfast foods if my schedule changes, but for now, I'm very content with my current routine of tea and water.